From Jersey? Yeah. Hey, what's your problem? Plenty of
Okay,
times.
if your problem is cleaning is a chore, we're going to give you a really great way to clean. No joke, this is actually going to save you so much money in the long run because you're not going to have to buy all of those disposable. Exactly. You don't have to buy all those disposable mops and pads, and this not only will save you money, it just does a superior job. It saves you time. So this is Chris Campanelli from our first family of clean here at QVC, the Campanellis. I'm going to quickly take you through the colors and show you what you get. But for 5 easy payments of $7, you use this over and over and over and over.
All day long, every day, for as long as you want.
Absolutely. All right, so here are the colors. We have it navy, and here's what you're going to get. You're going to get the Pro Series mop right here with 2 microfiber pads, so you always have a clean one ready to go. And it is a very special kind of microfiber. See how much loopier it is? And we'll explain why that's key. Here's your taupe. Disposable ones look nothing like this. Here's the sage green, aqua, and coral. All right, let's get right to it.
So the reason why I love this mop is I'm going to show you 2 quick things that I love this mop for. First one is the bottle, which is refillable because you can take this off and put whatever you want in here. You want to use water and vinegar in the kitchen, or if you want to use water and bleach, or if you have your favorite cleaner like Scotty just did the GP66, if you want to put that in here, you can use whatever you want.
Whatever I want. Wow.
You can use whatever you want, and the reason why I love this is because of our great big giant pad. We're going to explain why the pad is so very important and different than any of the other mops out there. But the reason why is, look at this. This is super large. It's 18 inches by 8 inches, the same size as the riser of your stairs even. But why? Why do you want this mop? Because you can use it both wet and dry and use it with any cleaner that you want. So first of all, when you use it dry, this is kind of like that old school custodian mop, right? The head is so big, we get underneath the furniture, we get like all the pet hair and all of the dust and the nasty stuff up.
Great along baseboards, yeah.
Great along baseboards. We're going to show you that here. But here is what I love about this guy, right? After you use it dry, that's why we give you 2 pads. You can take this guy, put him in the washing machine, put him in the dryer, and then we can go directly transitioning to a wet mop. So I'm going to show you what we call the clean pad challenge. So what I do is I give myself a little bit of room up front here, and I'm going to show you why in a minute, but we start with a clean pad. We're going to go down onto this floorboard here. Here's where the magic happens with this mop. The trigger, right, you can see I can kind of trigger this out, spray the water as far out as I want, or as close to the mop head as I want.
Amount of water that you
yes, I can use any amount of cleaner that I want to use. So this is when you get this home, what I want you to do is I want you to take it out of the box. I want you to mop the floor. We call this kind of like the clean sock test. So you're looking at this floor, Sandra, and you're saying, Chris, you're going a little crazy. What's your problem? This floor looks to be about the same as it did when you started. But the whole idea is that the microfiber is doing the work for you.
Oh my gosh.
All of that dirt, all of that hidden dirt that you think is on your floor, or that you don't think is on the floor, you know, when you wear the white socks around the house.
I thought my floors were clean. Yeah.
Right. And so this is the reason why now I give myself a little bit of room, because what Sandra said is so very important. We want to get up against the baseboard. So with the articulating head and the pad kind of up against the baseboards here, you can see now I don't have to get on my hands and knees to do the baseboards or the quarter round. Because of the articulating head, I can go all the way around the corners if I wanted to get into those hard to reach places. And then one of my favorite features here is if you flip the head up, it's the same size as the riser of your stairs, so you can kind of go back and forth and clean the risers of your stairs. But one of the most important features of this mop, I peel this off.
Yeah.
I put it in the washing machine instead of buying more of those.
These disposable mops are really expensive. It's also not the greatest thing to constantly just be throwing things away over and over and over. And maybe the most important thing to you is they're never going to do a job as well as what we're doing here.
That's 100% right.
It works better, it works faster, and it will save you money in the long run.
Okay, so when I was out in those big box hardware stores looking for some of these disposable mops, they sell a wet mop, they sell a dry mop that use 2 different pads. I don't know what the solution is in the bottle.
I hate that container with the wet pads. I used to have that.
Yes.
And then if you don't use them and you don't close it right, they dry up.
Right?
And
so
you're right, I don't know what I'm even putting on my hardwood floors.
Right, and those containers, right, those mops use batteries. When do the batteries go? What's in the container? I can't refill it. It is what it is. So let me explain a little bit about this pad, why I think this is so very important. So we've sold about 32 million microfiber towels here at QVC. So we know a thing or two about microfiber.
It's the only microfiber I use.
Oh,
don't get me started on how great your sponges are.
Which is also very true.
We're not presenting that now, but I do love those sponges.
But what we did is we made a mop pad out of this microfiber material. The problem was it held too much water and it was a little difficult to push. So we said, okay, we need to go back to the drawing board. Well, in the interim, people started using those disposable mop pads, right? But again, do you need a dry pad, a wet pad? First of all,
look at
it's
the
like
size.
tiny in comparison. It's almost about half the size. And then to your point, it's doing a far inferior
By the way,
job.
half the size means twice as long to clean.
Twice as much work too, right? So we get rid of that, and that's why we came out with this Easy Glide pad. So we looped the microfiber, so it's still the same microfiber that you know and love, right? It's going to lift, trap, and remove, but it holds just enough water so you can use it first dry, like the old school custodian mop, and then you can also use it wet to mop the floor, and that's why
And
I
just
love
washing machine dryer
the
over and
bottom,
over,
wash
right?
machine dryer, the whole situation. Yeah, and this is from our Pro Series line. Sandra, what does that mean? So Pro Series in the Campanelli line is the cream of the crop. This is the most elevated product that you can get from the Campanelli family, Pro Series, and that's what we did here with this mop. It's basically built like a tank, and we give you the onboard tank that you can change any of the solution that you want to use. It's refillable. You can pull it out, put whatever you want in there, and that's the Easy Glide pad. Still made of
So cool.
microfiber, lifts, traps, and removes. You can use it dry and you can use it wet, but in my opinion, I love this mop because A, the oversized size, but B, when I'm done using it and the floors are nice and clean, I can peel it off, put it in the washing machine, put it in the dryer, and use it for years.
No wringing
and years
out
and
mop
years.
heads,
Yes.
no kneeling with buckets, and I like that what I want to clean my bathroom tile with might be very different than what I want to clean my hardwood floors in my dining room with.
Yes.
So really, really perfect. Okay, let's show more.
So showing you more, right? Again, we're starting with a clean pad, but the whole idea is that it's the solution that's in the bottle that you put in. And what I'll do is I'll show you here. Just pop
I
right
thought it
up
was
here.
interesting you said I could even put some of my GP66 that we showed earlier tonight.
Yes, you can. You can put GP66 in it, but here's the idea is when you're done filling it, you put it in there. You want to make sure it clicks into place, and then you're going to prime it by using the trigger on the handle. And you can see as it's spraying that solution down. This is only water that we're using here, but this is greasy, waxy crayon, right? If I wanted to kind of get a little bit into those hard-to-reach places, I could do that. If the dogs are coming in, right? Now, we just had some snow outside here in Pennsylvania. Our dogs go outside, and I just feel like they bring in the yard with them.
Yep.
There's a lot of dirt, mud, and nastiness throughout the house, but it's the microfiber that's doing the work for me. And then what I love about this is when I'm done cleaning the floor, all I need to do is peel off the pad, put it in the washing machine, put it in the dryer, and then just start all over
And you
again.
have another one ready to go, so
That's
you
right.
can just keep going. Here's your navy. We have navy, taupe. Here's the sage green, aqua, and coral. Pick the color that makes you the happiest and grab them while they're at the sale price of 5 easy payments of just $7.
Can I show you how to put it together?
Yeah, please.
So when you get this out of the box, it's going to come in 3 different pieces. You're going to see there's a microfiber pad with a head on it, right? You take the main assembly here. That's got the bottle and the whole kind of working part of the mop. You just put it in there and click it into place. Then you take the handle with the trigger, okay? You pop that in there, and then the same thing. You just click it into place, and then you kind of squeeze the trigger to get that solution in there. What I want to show you about the bottle is it needs a little bit of nice little force to take it out of there. But here's the whole idea, is you can put whatever it is that you want. You just said, if I want to use GP66 in the kitchen, I can do that. If I want to use my pine scented cleaner in the living room, I can do that. If I want to use bleach and water,
Yeah.
I can do that. But here's the thing.
And I like that whatever, if like, let's say you use bleach and water in the bathroom or something, but like you wouldn't want to put that on like your brand new hardwood floors.
No.
Well, guess what?
Right.
You rinse out the bottle, you switch the mop head, and you just keep going.
And you just keep going.
There's nothing to charge. So it's
Nope.
not like you're ever going to be using it and all of a sudden you're like, oh, it died. I got to go charge it again.
You don't have to worry about that.
There's no batteries. There's nothing to charge.
Yep.
Navy is going very, very quickly. It is the most popular. It is the most limited. Over 800 have
wow.
now been ordered. It's going quickly because it makes sense. You also don't have to be super strong to use it.
No.
It's very lightweight. It glides around. So this is good if you're someone who says, I can't even carry a big bucket of mop water around,
No.
nor would you want to.
No, yeah. No, don't use a sponge mop or a string mop or a disposable mop. Look, the articulating head allows you to get into those hard-to-reach places, like underneath furniture, maybe behind the commode if you needed to get behind there. That oversized pad allows you to flip it up, clean the risers of the stairs.
So
Again,
much
that bottle.
so many dust bunnies collect there.
Everywhere. And like in our house, we have 3 rescue dogs, so like there's hair everywhere.
Uh-huh.
And what I love about it is the fact that I can use it dry to get all of the dust and the pet hair and all of
Yeah.
the nasty stuff off the floor before I go to mop, and then immediately transition into a wet mop. Why?
Oh, that's smart.
Because it's already right here, ready to go. And then as I cheat the pad again, I can come up all the way against, sorry for cutting in front of you here, Sandra.
No, go for it.
All the way
I'm
up,
enjoying this because I'm
all
just
the way
thinking
up
how a
against the baseboards.
solution this is.
Yes, it's so easy. All the way up against the baseboard. I don't have to get on my hands and knees to do anything like that.
I always think like under the cabinets, like it gets really gross.
That's
Or you
in
might
that
get,
video,
right,
you'll see that.
Like, and even like in your like maybe if you have like bathroom cabinets to be able to get in there, also to kind of navigate around the toilet, it just glides. Now here you have jelly that's actually gotten quite sticky. It's been sitting here for a while.
Yep, that's the whole idea. But again, if I wanted to concentrate the solution onto the jelly, you can see how I can spray that right on there and maybe let it sit for a couple seconds. And then it's the microfiber that's actually lifting, trapping, and removing all of that mess. You know, greasy, waxy crayon, if the kids get a little, you know, fun in the house, or if you spill paint on the floor or something like that.
If you and I ran down to like the all-night drugstore right now or something,
sure,
and got a couple of those dry mops, a couple of those wet mops that they have, and then the pads that you have to keep buying.
Yeah.
Do you know how fast we could spend $34.98?
You wouldn't even be able to get out the door.
Yeah, exactly. Because truly, have you looked recently what it costs to get the things? They're these. They come wet and they come dry.
Yes.
And you have to buy the mop. I think the last time, I mean, it's been a while, but I don't even know if you could buy one, let alone both the wet and dry. Then you got to store the wet and dry. Then you've got like containers of these sitting around, and then you have to keep buying them. This not only saves you money, it really is a superior product.
Yes, it is.
And I don't know what's in that wet mop.
No.
I like those pads. I like the idea that like I can use the cleaner I already have, or guess what? No cleaner, just water.
And those wet mops, like those containers, the only reason why you can take them out is so that you can go buy a refill and pop it back in.
And sometimes I feel like they're sometimes I feel like they're too wet.
Yes.
With this, I can actually control how much water
As much
or
as you-
whatever lemon-scented cleanser you
Sure.
want. I can control how much I put on things like hardwood floors.
As much or as little as you want, right? To your point, if I want to do 1 squirts, I can do that. If I want to go really long and put down 3 squirts, I can do that. But the same idea here, right? We're using the microfiber pad to lift, trap, and remove, and you say, okay, we're going to clean it up. This is that hidden dirt that you're going to find on the pad. It's like wearing those white socks.
Here's the thing. You know how you know it works? It's Campanelli. This is all they do. They bring us cleaning solutions that are pro level.
ProSeries, yeah.
Yep. So here's your navy. That is the most popular right now. We have it available in taupe. Here's sage green, aqua, and coral. Do not wait. 1,300 out the door, just like that. But there are 500 people on the line, so if you have your heart set on one of these colors, get on it. Just even for stairs, it would be worth it.
Yes, ma'am.
But you're going to use that all over the house. Chris, thank you so much. That is really awesome.
Thank you, Sandra.
Still to come in about 10 minutes, and a lot of people are already picking this up.